A liar will not be believed, even if they speak the truth. Amber seems to be cashing in on that karma here as of lately, and a part of me feels bad for how badly this is affecting her mental health. But then I'm reminded of the things she has said and done to and about other people in her life, and it brings me back to reality.
The love was gone. RAPE, rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word. Rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word. Rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
She is a bad person. So let's see what she had to say this week after assumptions and speculations had been ablaze in her absence.
Yes, I will be talking about the things that are being said about Tommy. So I actually already have a couple videos, really exciting videos and happy videos filmed. I don't have them edited yet or anything like that, but I do have them up.
Happy and exciting videos? Last heard on your Instagram stories was that you were about to do a response video to people's assumptions or speculations about you. When said video came out, I think you only addressed a small handful of things. None of which I would deem happy or exciting or even a speck of the real assumptions people have of you and your situationship.
That was what was going to be going up next, but since this has happened, I feel compelled. Like, there are a lot of times where rumors are happening and things are being said where I just keep my mouth shut. Maybe I'll mention it on the low.
On the low? Amber, you and Foodie Beauty have one trait in common. Okay, maybe two, but the one being, if something is said about you or your significant other, you will make a statement about it, you will create content from it, and you will monetize from it, because any attention is good attention when it comes to the YouTube coin. Please ease yourself from your high horse on this one, as it may be a hard fall down.
Maybe on Instagram or just in passing, but this video is strictly dedicated. I even wrote something because I wanted to be in a clear mind. And as you guys know, I love to write. I love to journal. I'm able to collect my thoughts so much better in writing versus speaking out loud. You guys know me. Your girl can't speak half the time. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of anxiety right now filming this video.
I'd be feeling anxious too if I were sitting on a creaking wooden chair while moving about nervously while my girlfriend watches me deliver her statement to your community for siding with her ex on her character as a person.
And when I am anxious, my brain does not work correctly. Words do not come out correctly. I just feel very, a lot.
Yes, sounds like textbook anxiety. It's almost like I remember you having had taken medication for this years ago, and then stopping cold turkey because you claimed to be rid of it. Funny how that's came back around after being in the softest, cuddliest relationship you've ever known.
It just feels like a lot right now. So I decided to write, in journal form, the way that I would write in my journal. And I am going to read it to you guys because it's going to help me, because I do feel very anxious and I do want to have collective thoughts. I don't want to forget anything, and this is very important to me that I get this out in this moment. So before I read it, I just want to explain in short form. This is about a reaction channel.
This is starting to feel very, I need to write a 500-word essay. Then you look at the video, and hey, she managed over 8 minutes, it's monetized. You show us, Amber, how this isn't a money grab and totally legitimate. The reiteration to make sure we understand you wrote out your thoughts and feelings, just to then go over it multiple times before getting to the point. This could have been a much shorter video, but again, your content has dried up and this is how you choose to salvage that, by responding to speculation and gossip.
Who was contacted by Tommy's ex-girlfriend's ex-wife, and this woman was immediately put on a pedestal, and everything that she said was believed. People have taken everything that she said as gospel and as truth, because a lot of you want someone to hate, and it's easy for you guys to hate Tommy for whatever reason.
Let's pause to take in what Amber just said. Emily's ex-girlfriend's ex-wife contacted a reaction channel to relay Emily's character. What would the ex of the ex have to gain from that information being out there? Why would the ex of an ex seek out to put cracks in a relationship that doesn't affect her? Why would you not trust an ex of an ex's story over that of the ex that was part of the story and did do major damage to a relationship of another person when you weren't in their life? We know why, but do you? Why would the third party get involved to try to ruin your relationship through reaction channels? All Emily did was ruin their relationship with their partner, right? So yes, I'm sorry, people are taking the side of the third party, even if it was to put a kink in your epically downy soft love story. But you also only have one part of the story, and I'm sure there are parts that Emily Dearest is hiding.
You guys don't know her in person like I do, and I'm telling you, she is lovable and likable, and I am happy and in love with her. And I know a lot of people want to like twist this like really dark narrative, but I'm telling you, it's not real.
Amber, sweet naive, gullible Amber, you knew Emily for 2 weeks before you had started planning your life with them. You don't know them, you are still learning them, getting to know them. Some of this must have a small touch of reality, or there would be no need to even address it. This is conveying the opposite of what you are hoping.
So I'm sorry I couldn't be like a little more put together, and I'm sorry that I'm bad with my words. The fact that I have to literally look like this and read to you guys.
Spoiler alert, it takes her another few minutes to start reading from Emily's script, so we are going to just jump to that point.
I truly hate that I have to do this. I want my channel to reflect what's real in my life and not constantly having to make videos like this, defending Tommy's character because of a reaction channel who is so hungry for views and money and hot tea that they have created a whole false storyline that has thousands and thousands of people believing it. It's unfair to me, and it's unfair to Tommy. This is not the first time this reaction channel has done this. They have platformed a few people as long as they were willing to spill tea and share whatever could cause me or other people in my life to look bad for their benefit. There have been some serious misrepresentations made in a recent video on that reaction channel about an extremely painful chapter in Tommy's life. The video, which talks about a domestic violence situation involving Tommy and her ex, fails to include important facts, so it paints a false and harmful narrative. And I want to be very clear. Tommy is the victim here, not the one at fault. The details in the video were based on inaccurate and incomplete information from a third party with a clear agenda. Someone who has openly stated that their goal was to get revenge for their own personal reasons, and even admitted that they've tried to get revenge in the past.
And this totally goes over Amber's head, that this person was directly affected by Emily's manipulation of that third party's wife. Emily is a homewrecker, that part has yet to be disproven. Emily is manipulative is also yet to be disproven. Scorned woman or not, those are 2 points of context that were never disproven or claimed untrue.
This kind of victim shaming is not only misleading, it's downright disgusting. It wasn't a simple incident in a garage. As you can see from the charges listed about Tommy's ex, there was a weapon involved. A weapon. Please just think about that for a minute. With multiple ways to escape a garage, Tommy couldn't. Think about why. The truth is that her abuser was charged with felony charges for their actions, and Tommy has spent years working on healing and working through trauma her ex caused. A lot of people are saying that Tommy must have provoked her into holding her hostage with a weapon for hours. If that were true, Tommy's ex would not have been convicted. Provoking someone or self-defense, it would not have gotten her ex convicted for the millionth time. Period. It's incredibly hurtful to see the narrative twisted in this way, and I feel compelled to speak out because no one should ever be made to feel like they are the perpetrator when they are the victim. Domestic violence is a serious issue, and we should be lifting up those who have suffered, not blaming them. I stand by Tommy because I know the full story.
No, Amber, you know Emily's side of the story, there are always 2 sides and the truth. Until you have the full scope, you can't see where the truth starts and the influence creeps in.
And I've known the full story the whole time. These people have decided to leave out, and I quote, "I don't want to go into details." That is what this person said when talking about Tommy being falsely imprisoned by her ex. Why?
Why? Because the why of that relationship doesn't matter. The character in question is that of someone who manipulatively ruined a relationship of a married woman and then wants to claim victim because of the toxicity of that relationship. Yes, DV is bad, but so is being a homewrecker. They can both be bad at the same time.
Why? Because it would leave people empathizing with Tommy. Instead, this person has exaggerated, lied, left out important information, and continues to create outrage against Tommy because they want revenge.
Did they take a play out of your book, Amber? This seems a little too familiar. Did the ex then turn around and ask Tommy for private hygiene advice?
This is the only way they know how to do it, and I want to make something very clear, that the abuse that Tommy endured is real, and she deserves justice and support not ridicule, and not doubt. She definitely does not deserve a reaction channel making a spectacle over something that Tommy has spent years trying to heal from.
She's spent years trying to heal from being a homewrecker? Meddling with married women? I mean, good on her, but also it's not working out very well, because wasn't she talking to you while you were, technically, with someone else? Seems she has a knack for wanting to break up relationships.
Having this come to light, speculated about, and joked about has left a bad taste in my mouth, and I'll tell you that for sure. I have been distant from YouTube already due to the harsh things that have been said and have been lied about. Certain reaction channels have only gotten worse as the time goes on. My channel has been boring. It went through a law, so they've been starving. Because of that, they've lost their minds, and they're actively painting a narrative about Tommy that isn't real, bringing in anonymous strangers to the storyline and believing every word that is being said, all while using the word allegedly. So YouTube terms of service isn't broken by them, and so the law doesn't get involved for actual slander and defamation. If you guys ever wanted to know what slander and defamation looks like, it has been months and months of what Tommy has been experiencing since certain reaction channels found out who she was.
Amber, if they found out who she was, it's not slanderous, it's fact. She has on feeder sites with her ex, she's been found targeting super morbidly obese influencers, and now is on record being a homewrecker. Everything else is hearsay, but these are facts from the horse's mouth, I'm afraid. What still has me baffled is that people have found out about your partners throughout your career on YouTube, and she knew of you before hitting you up. Did you not think people would find out about her past?
This has altered Tommy's life, and I have witnessed it. It has also altered mine. Without revealing how, I'm pretty sure it's apparent. Imagine something like this happening to you. Thank you to those who have been supportive and continue to believe in the truth and don't follow the crowd. I see you, and I'm sorry that the hate and the rumors are louder right now, but I still see you, and I love you dearly. To those spreading misinformation, I hope you take a moment to consider the impact your words have and the harm caused when the real victims are silenced or blamed.
I have taken many moments thinking of how Casey was silenced and blamed for something they did not do. But it was a great story time for your channel and probably made you a good amount of money. So in the end, it makes me not feel as bad, especially since this is what Emily signed up for when they decided it was okay to jump into the DMs of many super morbidly obese women to drop a line until one of them bit, not 3 months after her ex's passing.
It's easy for reaction channels to say whatever they want because they know their words have impact and their audience believes whatever is said to them. This situation just proves it. Tommy was majorly abused, held hostage for hours in a garage with a weapon, and I don't feel comfortable saying what the weapon was, but use your brain for this one, please. And she was finally able to escape, and her ex went to prison for it, and now has a felony, but somehow this reaction channel was able to manipulate their audience into believing that Tommy is the abuser. This is why victims do not share their story. And the sad thing is, Tommy didn't share hers. Someone else did. And it wasn't even the right story. It's unfair, it's twisted, and it's morally wrong. This isn't a game. This isn't for money. This isn't for views. This is Tommy's real life that is being ruined, and her mental health is being destroyed.
It's not lost on me that Amber is preaching about Emily's mental health in the matter, but never advocated for the mental health of her ex Casey, who suffered from being outed online for hundreds of thousands of viewers as a trans man, to have committed essay against Amber. Who then said, oops, I used the wrong word folks, silly quirky me. With no apology or correcting that narrative. That video's still up, making money off a story that was untrue.
The victim blaming, all because people want drama and someone to hate, is the grossest thing I've ever seen happen on Girl World. And thank you, Jordy, for reminding me why I hate this community and why I do not belong here anymore. This should have never happened. I should not have had to do this. Tommy should not have had her personal domestic violence abuse story used for views and money.
Does Emily know that you in fact did the same exact thing? Used your made-up definition of the word "a" and ran with a story to condemn your trans ex? How would she feel about that, knowing that is why you have the community you do? The hate you put out into the world is the hate you will receive back tenfold. It's your bed, Amber, maybe clean out the crumbs before you lie in it.
On a reaction channel. That's not a reaction. That is downright hatred. And people wonder why I don't want to upload. People wonder where I am. Why do I seem so sad every time I come on camera? This is why. Because before it was, Amberlynn's so fat. She needs to lose weight. Step on the scale. Step on the scale. But now things are serious. Reaction channels have morphed into something that is despicable. While I'm trying to improve my life and myself as a person and work on my BPD, reaction channels have gotten worse. They're morphing into monsters. I'm not saying all of them because that's not the case, but there are a few. I should not be kicked off of a platform that I have been on for 11 years because I am this harassed.
Harassed? Are they calling your employer? Are they getting you kicked out of your apartment? Who is harassing you? Criticism is not harassment. You are a YouTube personality, just do like the other big YouTubers and ignore it. They go on posting as if nothing ever happened. If you have to stop and address it, you're trying to hide something or need content to post. This was I needed a paycheck coded. The only thing that would have made it better is if you had a large platter of shrimp to really drive home the cash grab.
There's a difference between online hate versus straight up harassment that is destroying mine and my girlfriend's mental health and life. It's not okay. And I don't know what else to say about it. Every time I express myself, I am met with invalidation and I am gaslighted into feeling this small. I am gaslighted into believing that I deserve this or that Tommy deserves this when we don't. So many of you scream, Tommy isn't good for you, Tommy's gonna hurt you. But it's being screamed by the people who are actively every single day hurting me.
Seems she's went a little off script here. Amber, two things can be right at the same time. The same people who make fun of you online can also not want you to be bedridden by someone who preys upon mentally unwell, immobile, obese women. Because if you pass, they will just move on to the next unhinged content creator. They don't have to like you to have a heart and not want to see you go down that road.
You don't care. You don't care about me. You don't care about my well-being. You get high off of the drama that my life brings to your channel.
Amber, you don't care about your own life, so I guess that makes us even. But to say it's for the high of the drama it brings to the channel. You bring that all on your own, better than we could ever. A lot of these channels are just relaying your own words and actions. You and your partners do and get caught in the bad all by yourselves.
So you get views. And for the people watching and engaging in this sort of behavior, you are just as awful. This is a girl that is hurt. This is a girl that has been beaten and beaten and beaten. And it's like, it only just keeps getting worse. And I personally don't know how much more I can take.
And that's pretty much the end of the video, you guys. We will see what this week brings. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate you giving the video a like or subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.